let's continue playing Advance Wars when we last left off. Mission 6. Blast, we're running out of opportunities. I don't see the need to get so worked up. It's not like this is blooming property to begin with. What do you say? After all my work and planning. It's common theft, man. Nothing more, nothing less. It's just little. Whoa, hold on, Chief. Don't you think it's time to move out? Like I said, the Orange Star Troops kicking on our door. Ritz, you're pushing your luck. Don't go anywhere, you understand? I'll deal with you when I get back. And thus, we face off against Olaf. Is that like a snow pretty cold? Let's take it to him. Yeah, we're going to go with Max on this mission because this is a fairly interesting one, actually, and it's a slight variant to the usual win condition. In fact, in an ideal world, I'd be playing this with the third Orange Star CO, but that's not available. Shin, Annie, Max, can you hear me? What is it, Mel? I've learned that this is a vital deployment area point for Olaf. If we can drive him from the region, we may cripple his army. Really? It's maybe where we can end this conflict with Olaf. That's right. We just need to capture as much property as possible and fast. First army to seize 12 properties will win this battle. So you're looking good luck. Let's see, we've got bases for deploying troops in. Okay, understood, let's go. So yeah, Max is definitely the way to go with this one. Now, counting up the properties, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, as well as 9, 10, 11. So in order to win, we need to secure every property on our side of the river and this one. So that is what the objective is from here. Now, the best way to go about this is probably to go area denial. We need to secure that base as soon as possible, because that will help us out. I'm going to just go and set that up now. So we'll be able to secure that one in 2 turns. To support that, we're going to need a mid-tank or 2. So that is where this guy is going to go. Just check the mid-tank range. Yep, that's fine. Over here is a little more problematic because they do have bases themselves now. They also have more money than us to start with. They have 5. We have only 3. And they have 6. No, they only have 5. Right, so basic plan here, area denial, as I've said. You need to do everything within your power to prevent them from moving. So, first thing is not spending too much on inventory early on. Also, that APC is going to have to do a lot of work here. Right, end first turn. Yeah, those are territories we don't need. We can live without those. It's trying to deal with the mid-tanks one-on-one, which obviously we got the mid-tank advantage. That's a problem. Right. So the mid-tank can make it all the way to that, make it all the way to this city. The mid-tank can actually go and do us a little favour here by killing off that. Problem is, it's in mid-tank range. Best plan then, secure the top. So that's now a wounded artillery. That's not going to really bother us. We're going to then make our capture point. Now, if we force the mid-tank... Actually, now the mid-tank can't actually fight back there. See, this is actually a little tricky because I don't really want to do a lot here. What I am going to do is I'm going to try and hold off that a unit there on the APC. With the APC, rather than using it as troop transport. Also, our numbers are now... We now need 7 to win. APC 5, 6... We need to get some inventory up fairly shortly. I'm also going to have to save up for either some artillery or some more tanks. Part of the problem is I do not want to risk my 1 mid-tank if I can avoid it. I'm not sure I can do a lot here to prevent it being... This is tricky. This is tricky. If I do that, I sacrifice first strike on the mid-tank. Oh, this is quite difficult now. I failed to deal with this mid-tank successfully we are in real trouble. It's also the fact that I'm outright destroying it, so outright destroying it, no cover. We'll go and see here. I'm a master of direct combat, so I'll have a few advantages going forward, but I don't see that being a good move. We're not going to buy anything though, we need tanks. Right, so that puts it 2. How many more do they need? Yeah, we knew that one was going to happen. So that'll last there for 2 turns. And, ooh, they went for the weakened tank unit. Well, they've now weakened the tank unit. Alright, that gives us something. Right, now I just need to double check some figures here. They need 3. So that is 1, 2, 3. Right, well, easy starting move, we need to kill that. Easy backup move, we need to now... We still need to hold that area. That's important. The other important thing is we can now buy a mid-tank next turn. So a backup mid-tank would give us an awful lot at this stage. So I'm going to go and do some heavy damage to this mid-tank. Now we're going to let that artillery retreat, actually, because for the moment that's a standoff that we don't mind. They're not advancing forward with the mid-tank, so I'm not going to push that too much. Even if they try and get it repaired, that'll just drain their money, so they'll have less stuff to fight us with. What I will do is put this down here as a backup sacrificial unit. In fact, what I should have done, possibly, is you can sort them over. That'll get to there, that'll get to there. This is going okay, actually. We do have snow to worry about shortly, but... Recon unit coming. Right, APZ dies. That's fine, we can live with that. We've got enough infantry units upstairs to go and deal with things. And there's a bit of an advantage now. Yeah, here they come. Bit of an advantage now. I'm considering placing the mid-tank just there. Right. Anyway, important thing now. We need to do as much damage as possible to this tank unit. 9-4. That's not going to be a threat to us, and we should be able to make a sneaky grab for that city once things resolve themselves. Meantime, up you go. Meantime, up you go. Meantime, along you go. And you're just going to pin that into place. Right, none of those infantry units can get there in that time, and I've actually moved the mid-tanks out. Fine then. This might prove to be an error, but they're not going to get rid of that with infantry. Next move, mid-tank. Do we actually want to try and repair this tank unit a little? Might do, actually. We might do. We'll see what happens. Here's some snow. Thank God I've got some units in useful positions. It was definitely the correct move to block the city off here. Because now we have got something that we don't mind that being immobile. You have more money than us generating at the moment, and a backup mid-tank. Okay. So backup mid-tank can go and do some backing up duties, I think. This can go and kill off this. Actually, this infantry unit should go down. You can stay there for now. You capture that. Can you actually get there? Yes, you can. Capture that. And capture there. Right, they are not going to take anything with 2 mid-tanks there. So that's safe. Eventually that single tank unit we got there is going to be enough to make a difference. What else can we do here to help things out? We could... We might need that tank unit to back up. I might, in fact, build a reconnaissance unit purely for sacrificial thing. Yeah, we're going to build that for sacrificial purposes now. Right, snow disappears. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they've done what I thought they might do. Right, time for massed infantry killing. Right, so, capture that. Is a 6-strong unit capable of killing a mid-tank? Possibly. We're going to try it anyway. Not quite. A little disappointed at that, so what I'm instead going to do is I'm going to now start capturing. Because I've just seen what a problem that's going to emerge shortly if I don't deal with things. Move you to there. You do 0% damage, and that might actually be enough. Right, here we go. Mid-tank in. Start destroying. Now, I think I want to move you across, because we're going to have to try and take this city now, which could be quite entertaining to think about. We're going to actually attack this. 0% damage, I know, but Variant says it can probably kill it. It can. That was needed. It also gives us one more sacrificial unit for trying to take this city, which might not... I might have left that a little late. Build the tank unit and see what happens. Yeah, multiple recons. I expected that to start happening. Right, sacrificial infantry swapping about to begin now, and this is where indirect fire units will become a lot more useful. On the plus side, we can at least stop them winning. Right, so reconnaissance unit goes in, you are now sacrificed until you take this city next turn. You need to rest up there, you need to get into range. You need to get into range. Right, now we need to start doing some thinking. I'm going to try and crush this reconnaissance, which we'll do. Where are their indirect fire units, actually? Nowhere to be seen. Let's crush another one. And now we're going to try and do a very inventive sort of grab on this city. Now we're just going to capture it. That puts it to 10. That infantry's out of range, unfortunately, but I can only attack it with 1, usefully. I think I've got just enough to do this. Tank shuffling, tank attacks recon. City's now ours, but that is all in our favour. They have, however, put another tank on, which is a little irritating, but now we're saving up for mid-tanks. Back you go. First strike max. Just had a thought about this as well. What we need is an APC mech. That'll get it in a couple of turns, no problems whatsoever. You're just going to stay there in case we need a spare backup, and I can't move you any closer. I could merge you, I suppose. City is now ours. I mean, you get the money back for the unit to a certain extent. Also, that's now ours. Wasn't expecting that at all. But here we go. 2 mid-tanks versus at the top. Yeah, they didn't actually attack, which I am a bit stunned about, actually. I'm not going to move any further forward because that's not going to help us a lot. But with that many infantry around, a mid-tank coming down here would probably tip the balance. I think I can do this now in 3 turns. Even with all those mid-tanks coming in. 4. But spare mid-tanks available. That's going to go our way. Especially now. Right. Wait there. Okay. Let's go for a power strike. First of all, we'll move you... Actually, if I move you out of the way for now, you can move up to there. You can shuffle back. You now can go to there and do 102% damage to the tank unit. Now, this is where things get a little tricky, but actually this map's actually quite useful for this. You can now put you there, and actually... that has not messed anything up, has it? I can't move anyone any closer, of course, but I don't need to. I've got a mid-tank there. Speaking of, let's just go and, for some random silliness, go and attack you. A5 swap, and I can put another infantry on that unit. 200% damage to an infantry with a mid-tank. That doesn't get any more powerful, I don't think. I think only Strum, when he's controlled by the AI, has a better attack score. Right, so I have sacrificial units up there. That'll hold the grid off until I capture the last one. Is it worth... on the off chance they take it, we'll do that, but I don't think they've got enough to do it. I'm going to have to wait. It's going to be turn 12, depressingly, unless I can do something a bit evil up top. But they've got mid-tanks and so much artillery covering. Alright, tank holds. They merge, more tanks coming in, but they can only attack one at a time, but there's about to be a mid-tank there, actually. And I did, unfortunately, anger everything. Okay. Mid-tank says goodbye. Yeah, this is the one aspect that might have been better off with than Andy, but oh well. You're there now. We have plenty of units to throw in as sacrificial stuff. We have plenty of money in reserve, actually. 41 will kill you. Not going to advance any further than that because the mid-tank is not activated on the right. The AI doesn't want to move into attack range, seemingly. So I'm perfectly fine with that being there. Also, yeah, we are out of range, and just in case, in any case, I've got another mid-tank. Should have built rockets actually from there. Blizzard's not going to affect me now because I'm doing a lot of movement. And they moved the reconnaissance unit against us. Right, hurrah! I do see... yeah, that wasn't going to work for you. I do see some infantry creeping along the bottom, but I don't think I have to worry about them, actually. Did you just seriously put 2... that's the stupidest set of moves I've seen the AI do in some time. Boom. So, reconnaissance is dead. Artillery is dead. Yes, blub, you silly pirate. Blub. And finally, that infantry's dead. Yeah, there's no point. I'm gonna build a rocket unit here just in case they get close, but they won't. Next turn, then. They move a tank closer, but that's not really a problem for us. A couple more units I can actually blow up this turn. So yeah, requiring 1. Let's go and do some damage. This probably isn't the quickest way of doing this, but it works with Max, and if I'd had Andy, I probably could have done some rocketeering to get a little bit of a better score than this maybe, but it was fine. Can be a little tricky if you don't block the areas off fast enough, but this is the winning move. You can't get close enough, you can't get close enough to do any realistic damage. So I would say, sort of just, no point. Just gonna conquer and we'll say victory. Grr, not again. Will not be pleased with me if this losing streak continues. Brett! Yep. Get out there and stop that cursed Orange Star Army. Easier said than done, boss. You didn't leave me anything to work with. Don't get saucy. Rally the troops and do something. I have to go and pay him my respects. Don't fail me, Grit. Well, I'll just tucked his tail between his legs and ran away. Does that leave me? Yes, I'll mosey on down to clean up his mess. Finish! So we go 12-10 victory, and got it. Yeah, that was another B rank mission. Oh well. At least I didn't have any crippling failures that I noticed. It was just I wasn't quick particularly. Oh well. 58 coins now. We don't get promotion, and we shall see you next time then. Until then.